We are Aunt Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go. Good morning everybody, and how are we all doing? I'm a little bit better now, but today is the first day that I've decided to kind of like try and make myself feel a little bit more normal, and I've just put a few little bits on to make me feel a bit more human, and then I realised that both of the little things that I've put on to make me feel more human are both from canal traders. Which is nice, isn't it? Don't you think it makes you just feel so much better if you just like pretend to feel more human? Yeah, always have your shower and put something on to make you feel like, okay, I feel normal, even if you don't. So I got this little opalite necklace from a trader called Janul, and she's got a really cool old boat called Storm. And it's a little opalite. I absolutely love opals. I've got a tiny mini one in my engagement ring, and when I got married my mum lent me a beautiful necklace from my great aunt which had little opals in. I'd much rather have an opal than a diamond any day. And then the second thing is this hair scrunchie, and I got these little lovely hair scrunchies from a boat called the Holm Oak, and we've seen this boat so many times on various different canals on our travels, and I know we have because every time we go past it I'm like, oh, that boat is so beautiful. They've got like beautiful wood at the front of their boat, like a tree of life, all carved beautiful wood. Yeah, very jealous. And I think they're quite new to trading, so go check them out. They've got some beautiful things and a lot of it's handmade. And you can check out where they're trading and go and see them. But yeah, I've got some hair scrunchies, and they've also put in a little incense stick, and I really love their branding, like their stamps and stuff. So that is actually what their little boat looks like. It's got the beautiful wood at the front. Yeah. Let's try and get a normal day started, shall we? Trying to find some of Ant's prints because he's worried that he's sold something that he's already sold, because he may have forgotten to take stuff off that he sold at the show. He's not the most organised. I do try and help, but he's not a big fan of help until it's the last minute. So I'll just see. Right, he needed one of those racing sloop. I knew he had them. He just forgets and then panics. Right, I found it. Everything's good. Winter walk. And this one. Get his orders out. Just cutting Ant's orders. We had so much planned for last week. We were meant to go down to Brinklow Arts Week. We were meant to be a part of that, and I'm not quite sure what happened. It got lost in translation or something, but it looks so cool. There's so many different artists and workshops, but we'll have to wait now till next year. And then we were meant to be prepping the boat for painting. It's time, we're going to paint the boat. We're just going to do it. We're going to fully commit. We're going to get everything done that needs doing, because it's been a while and it just needs doing. And every time we go out travelling, we always say, right, we'll do it as we go. We never do, we never get it done. So whilst we're kind of doing things a bit differently this year, we're going to blooming well get it done. but obviously we're a bit behind schedule, but it doesn't really matter. We'll get round to it, and then we will go and paint somewhere nice and quiet, and we'll wait for those nice dry days. And then it'll be so worth it. You know, when you just do something, you commit to it, and then you're so pleased that it's done. So that'll be good.
Hello everyone. So we're going to carry on with that print now from last week, the one I started before we felt ill. And just wanted to say thank you to everyone for your lovely messages. It's really nice. We were both feeling really rough. Hannah obviously had COVID, and we've got the all clear now, which is nice. But yeah, thank you so much for your lovely messages. And I'm going to crack on with this quilt making print. So I've already done a layer on this, and I've just done that thing that I showed this before, I think, in a previous video. Just made this little stencil almost, because I just want to cover that one little area. And I could go over this piece of liner with that whole colour and then work on top of it, but this just saves some ink and it's just as quick, really. So yeah, we're going to carry on with that for a moment, put this second layer on.
I needed to do the washing 5 days ago, but obviously I've not been very well, so it's got to be done. Sorry, I had a sneeze. Well, we are busy, and we're trying to get back into a routine, and I think we're nearly in the routine. Ant's trying to get this print done, and then once he's done, we're going to start painting the boat. I think it was probably about 6 years ago that we did the whole thing, took it back, sanded it all back, undercoat, paint, did it all, and it's kind of time to do it again. It's got a bit battered by the weather over the years, but it's lasted quite well. There's a few cracks in the roof that we need to sort out, and we'll show you along the way. But yeah, I'm going to get some music on. One thing that we had to bring with us when we came onto the boat was Ant's old CD player. He got this with his first paycheck, and I think it was 1996. Yeah, I'm glad we still have it. Doing some hearts.
I'm doing one of the horrible jobs today. We've had these cracks open up on our roof over the winter, and it's just where we've painted the roof so many times, and yeah, the cracks open up in the paint, and then the water gets under and lifts the paint, and what we really need to do is repaint the boat completely, but you can pay tens of thousands of pounds for that, so it's well out of our budget. So we're going to do a bit of a DIY job before we get out. So this is a particularly bad one. That looks a bit rusty to me, so I'm going to get this fur tan stuff that you put on there and it kills the rust. And then I'm going to have to sort of fill this, undercoat it and paint it. And there's a lot more to do. There never seems to be a good day to paint a boat, does there? Either too hot, too cold, too wet. I've got a feeling I'm going to get wet. Light in your eye, love. Yes, we're cutting around the words of the corridor. We don't want to put a sign right here. It's going well though.
That's your side, I've got to tidy it up.
Don't blame me for the bad ones. And you can see this lovely new red going on. We've got some green on the gunnels. Trying to be quiet so we don't wake Mabel.
That's about it for this week. We're about a quarter of the way through the painting. We're not doing it how we did it last time. Last time we took it right back, undercoat and layers of gloss, didn't we?
Yeah, that's when we first got the boat, wasn't it? We had a little bit more enthusiasm maybe.
Yeah.
So this time it's been like, we're just trying to refresh the paint because it's gone a bit dull. So we've just sanded it back, keyed it back, and then we're just going to go straight over with the same colours. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, we've definitely not got as much enthusiasm, have we, for things like that?
No, well, because it's more like just a maintenance job now.
Because we've got a bit older.
And I think it's been on the boat 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still love it.
But yeah, so it should look all lovely. But it's one of those jobs, and you start it, you think, yes, let's paint the boat, that would be good. And then it's a bit like, oh.
Well, it needs doing, and there's things that need, like, sealing.
Yeah, it's a big job.
Because it is getting rainier every year.
Yeah. But hopefully, by next week, we'll show you a lovely, shiny,
clean
the corridor.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for the lovely comments last week. We haven't been able to reply because our internet has been down. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to manage to upload this on time, but if it's late, sorry. But thank you so much.
Yes.
And don't forget, next week is the coffee draw.
Oh yes.
Coffee.
We've got all sorts of prizes.
Prize draw.
There's going to be 2 draws actually, 2 winners. So
Yeah.
that's in the description, the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to get involved. Obviously you don't have to, but we do very much appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And so don't forget to like, subscribe and push the notification bell, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.